Welcome back. I hope you're doing great. We have understood what is transformation as a part of the previous video. Let us understand different types of transformation as a part of this video. We understood there are different types of transformation like basic conversion, integration, filtering, calculations, sorting, and error handling. These are the most important types of transformation which can be done in ETL, but there may be other types as well. But we are focusing only on these important types of transformation. What is basic conversion? Basic conversion is very basic. What do I mean by that? Let us take an example here. When we talk about the data, mostly the data would be there, the table or files. Your table has a price in dollars that need to be converted into rupees. That is a basic conversion. And vice versa also. If the data is there in rupees, we want to convert that into dollars. But why do we need to do conversion like dollar to rupees, rupees to dollars? There may be different business scenarios. Assuming that Amazon CEO who sits in Seattle wants to know how the business is happening in India. Will he understand the rupee? No. So if we have to build the warehouse for Amazon in US, you have to convert all the transactions in rupees in India to dollar. There may be another example like you have a date as a part of your column in a Indian format. If you want to convert that into US format, that also can be considered as a basic conversion. Like in India, we say date, then month, then year. So in case of years, we'll have a month first, then we have a date and we have a year. This also can be considered as a basic conversion. So it transforms the data from one form to another. That is the basic conversion. What exactly is the integration? We have already understood integration is nothing but getting the data from multiple sources, bringing that to a common standard format. If you look at this example, we have some 3 columns as a part of our table from a RDBMS source. And we have another 3 columns coming from files. We have another 3 columns coming from some different applications. As a part of the warehouse, I don't need all the 3 columns from here, all the 3 columns from here, all the 3 columns from here. I need only few columns. So what I can do is I can get the employee ID from here. So which is a common across all the 3 tables, and name from here, salary from here, and attendance from here. So I'm integrating the data from different sources before I move that to a warehouse. That is one simple example of integration. What exactly is a filtering? Are you thinking about a filter coffee in India? We're not talking about the filter coffee here. We're talking about filtering the data according to certain business rules. What may be the business rules? Depends on the project. Some of the examples of filtering are, let us say, you want to filter all the transactions below 100 rupees or $2, because you may think that may not add any strategic value when we are taking that data to the data warehouse. That is one example of filtering. One more example is, please filter all the data where the transaction is made by person less than 10-year-old and person more than 90-year-old. That may be one example of the filtering. Calculations. Can you imagine any analysis happening without a calculation? We need to have a calculations. So while trying to move the data from a staging area to data warehouse, it is subject the data for transformation. Transformations include calculations. Calculations like you may want to count the data from different sources and put the count in data warehouse, or you may want to get only the maximum of particular data and move that to the data warehouse, and you may have to take the average and move that to the data warehouse. Sorting also is one of the important type of transformation. Whenever you want to move the data, sort the data based on some business rules like highest salary to lowest salary, or highest transaction to lowest. So depending upon the requirement, can sort the data before you move that into the data warehouse. Can you imagine any data without errors? You cannot. So you have to handle the errors as well before we move the data into the data warehouse. For example, here we have a column called EMP degree. Here there is nothing here. What do I do with by taking this data? Nothing. So take out that before I move the data into data warehouse. Excellent. We understood the important types of the transformation. Let us understand loading in the next video. Thank you.